So the Slam Crunch is on. Just got the green light last week that Audiopipe will be at Slamology. So will I. So will the rest of Team Audiopipe. So I'm in a pickle. I got a month to get this thing back together. Stick around and I'll show you what's up.
Check this.
So this is what I'm doing. Instead of doing a battery delete and having basically an empty battery up front, I decided to go with a super cap. But I can't just throw that in and start the Blazer because there's a certain procedure of discharging these when you got to hook it all into the system without messing things up. So that's why I got that other battery in there right now. I got it for like 60 bucks. Can't complain about that. It'll do the job. Plus I'll have for whatever. So working on the super can't talk once again. So I got this mocked up. So when I'm ready to drop that in, all I gotta do is drop it in, hook my wire up, and that is done. But we're working on the back now, and I'll show you what we got going here. Okay, so I'm working on getting the lithiums put in. So I'm just kind of mocking things up right now. I'm trying to figure out my wiring, how I'm going to run my wire, how many runs I'm going to use, and that sort of thing. So this by far isn't even close to being done. I'm just, like I said, mocking things up. Got a, I guess, battery holder or whatever kind of fabbed up here. So like I said, I'm still trying to figure out my wire runs. Trying to use some of the existing wire that I had coming off my distros to go down here. Some of them are long enough that I had originally in there on the other battery. Some ain't long enough. I think I'm going to have enough positive wire for all of it, but I'm going to be short on negative, so I got to get on the ball and get some negative wire ordered because I don't have any. I should have plenty on the spool of positive. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment with this project. Realistically, it's not a whole lot to get done. Just got to get this finished out, which I think I'm going to kind of box this in a little bit, do some nice filler panels to cover some stuff up, and then kind of paint it up or wrap it in vinyl, or I don't know what I'm going to do just yet. But realistically, not a whole lot to do. Just get that done, get it wired together, and get that cap in up front. I mean, you know, just a couple days worth of work maybe, and then the task of getting this filthy thing cleaned up. So I'm working on the wires. So as you can see, I should have plenty of, whoa, that came apart, power wire there. I got about 8 foot of it there. I don't need a whole lot more. I've been digging through my bag of wire. As you can see, I got a whole bunch of scrap wire here, and of course I don't have long enough pieces of the negative. I need about 31 inches for each run, and that ain't happening. So I got to get on the ball and get some ordered, and hopefully I can get it here mid next week. I have plenty of lugs. That's not a problem. Just didn't account for not having enough power wire. Dang it. Okay, this is where I'm at. I have a fuse block, which is between the front battery and the rear batteries. So all that wiring's there. That's existing, okay? I had to put together coming off of it, going to the batteries. So I got 2 runs here. I should pull it out here for now. That will reach my battery from that. I got another piece of scrap that will be long enough here. Had to put an end on it. And I got 2 runs of negative that will be long enough to go from the bus bar to the batteries. So I'm going to need what I was talking about just a minute ago. I'm going to need more negative, and I don't have enough that is long enough to go from the bus bar to my battery distros. So I'm going to need, like, be on the safe side, 10 feet, because you never know how it goes. So I can make at least, I don't know, I'm still trying to decide how many more runs I want from my batteries to my distribution block. This will be 2. So I'm thinking I want to have at least 6 or more of each, positive and negative. So like I said, I got enough positive wire in there. I can make runs to the battery. I got about 8 or 10 feet of it, so that's plenty there. So that's where I'm at the moment with that, trying to get some of this cleaned up. So after a little bit of a break, dinner, a couple cold snacks, and some things that I had to do for the wife, back working on this and working on soldering some of these up. I kind of do it a little in an unconventional way, but this one's done. I'm waiting for it to cool down, and I will show you guys how I solder these lugs on. Yeah, I'll show you how I solder these lugs on. So give me just a second. All right, so since I don't have a bench vise, I use the old vice grips here, but this is normally what I do. I use grab another spare one here. I use these lugs. They could be crimped or soldered. As you can see, they're split down the middle there. So what I like to do is I like to cut my wire. Focus. I like to cut my wire no longer. It didn't have to be any longer than the lug right here. I like to cut it, and then I just like to take a pair of pliers. I've already done it, but I just like to crimp this down just a tad, just to be snug. And then I put the torch to it. So let me get that set up here, and I will show you how I torch them. All right, that one's cooling down. As you can see, there's a little bit of rosin on it. It's still cooling down, and it does got a little bit of like sulfur or whatever on it from the torch. So I got this one ready. So you just got to take your wire brush, sandpaper, and knock that soot off, and you're good to go. Got my shrink wrap on it, and that is ready to install. So I got that one cooled down and all cleaned up. We'll do the same thing. Pretty simple. Get in there. Ah! Now this is just temporary. Just snug her down so it doesn't lose it, so it don't go nowhere. Now that one is ready. Now all these are going to the battery. So like I said, Bill's going to send me some more first thing tomorrow morning. So I got at least 4 more to go to the battery. And I'll start working on some of these positive ones because I know I got enough for it. Okay, so I got those done. Mocked up for now. So I got at the least 1 more to do. Maybe 3 more to do. I'm still not sure yet on how many runs I'm going to run from there to there. But that's pretty much going to wrap it up for today. I got more done than I thought I would. It's getting dark on me. I got to go to work in the morning. I work 12-hour shifts now, so I won't be able to work on this again until Wednesday. It's Saturday evening now. So Wednesday. So like I said, Bill's going to send me some wire. And hopefully, I would imagine it'd be here by Wednesday if he ships it out first thing Monday morning. And then I can get cranking on this thing again Wednesday, depending on the weather. You guys follow me and have watched a lot of my videos on building this. You know that I'm always dealing with this crappy Ohio weather. So we're going to wrap it up for tonight, and we'll pick this back up again Wednesday. Okay, picking up where I left off. Nothing's changed here just yet. I'll take you in the garage here, show you what I'm working on. I got my wire. All right, this is the board I've cut. Then I'm gonna set the batteries on. So I got it cut and I found my vinyl, so I'm gonna get it wrapped up here and kind of make it look pretty. All right, I'm gonna get this started here. I have just enough to do this. Show you how I'm gonna do it here. Little spray adhesive. Used to use the 3M, I think it's P90 or something like that adhesive, but I've been using this Loctite, and this is the professional 300 heavy. I like this. Let this tack up here for a minute. A little off there. Shit happened. All right. Find a good halfway clean rag here. Flat panels are the easy part. The rounded panels and the corners and stuff, they get tricky, especially with vinyl when you don't use it that much. I'll get the odds and ends of it. Check back with you. Okay, I got this. A couple wrinkles here. Like where I said it was folded up, but that's not that big a deal. It'll flatten out over time. Plus, a lot of the battery is going to be sitting on it, so you ain't going to see a whole lot of it anyways. So I rolled and stapled my edges, and I straight edged this because you're not going to see this. So let's go test fit it and see what it looks like. Okay, fits perfectly. Now what I need to do, find an old 2x4, cut a chunk off like so, attach it here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to build panels that go from here to the edge of this, and it'll probably put something across the bottom here, so like I said, you won't really see this edge, and kind of button it up and make it look a little prettier. But I'm happy with the way that turned out. So I got these on here, and I got them centered. Got it centered the best I could get it, and got it marked. So Now I need to figure out what I'm going to do. If I'm going to try and wrap this or paint it or what I do. And then I need to make some sort of tie down, which I might come up with a bracket system, go right in the center of this wood here, make like a T or something that kind of holds these in place, because they just kind of sit in that. I want to make sure that they're secured. So I'm going to work on that now. Okay. About 1 hour later and one horrendous wrap job here. I'm not very good at wrapping, guys, but I got to get something thrown together here. So this is where I'm at. It doesn't look too bad. Hopefully I'll be able to disguise some of it with some of these other panels, but I shouldn't have did this the way I did, but I ain't got time. I just don't. So I'm going to figure out how to secure this down to the board. I think I got some angle brackets I'm just going to throw on there, screw them down, and be time to set these batteries back in here. I don't think it looks too bad though. I've seen worse, I've seen better. Okay, some creative screwing and drilling, and I got this secured to this board. So now we can start setting these batteries in here. Let's see how they're going to fit. They're going to probably be a little bit tighter with this vinyl, which is fine. Help secure them, and it is. There's that one. Come on now. Get in there. Yeah. Might have to trim some vinyl here. Now I'm stuck. Ain't that great. Time out. After a little bit of trimming and some persuasion, they are in there and they're pretty tight. I don't even know if I'm going to have to figure out a way to like secure them down, because I could lift this whole board with them in there. They're tight. So let's start getting these linked together. That's less that I have to try to do while they're in. So I'll get these links in here wired together before I actually drop them in the truck. All right, got them seated and I got them pre-linked together. Like I said earlier, this be a little easier than trying to do this while they're in the truck. Now all I should have to do is just put all my runs from bus bars and grounds and power and whatnot just into the rest of those. Like I said, I got some wire from Bill, he sent me, and I had to end up ordering a little bit of more power wire just so I can have enough runs from the batteries to the bus bars. So let's set this in the truck and see what it looks like. So this should just be a test fit. And it's looking pretty good. Got the other panels, like I said, I got to build, but that's just a test fit. I'm going to have to pull it back out because I've still got to very carefully over here. Let me grab this. All right. So I've still got to very carefully get my vinyl up. I got to slice into my vinyl, and then I got to get some holes drilled for more of these ground runs and more of those positive runs over there. And I don't have much room over there, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to do there, but I'll figure it out. So now I'm going to pull this out, set it aside, and start working on some of that again. So while I was at it, I hurry up and knocked out these little panels that's going to go on the inside. Kind of notched there so my runs can come through. Made one for the other side too, but stupid me wrapped it the wrong way, so I got to redo it. But anyways, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're really not going to see it a whole lot. Just gives the, I guess, color matches, gives a tone. That way it doesn't look like that and then just plain wood. So I'm not really worried about that wrap job. Like I said before, I'm not very good at wrapping. So it's kind of how it's going to look sitting in there. And then, like I said, there's going to be panels that go on around the front that I'm going to make too. But with that being said, it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I am going to have to wrap up today's progress. I got to go work a detail for a few hours this evening. So, until we get cranking on it again here in a day or so.